Welcome to Illicit Trade and OSN, SOCMIN, Deepweb, Darkweb conference at CSI Linux. My name is Nadia. So who am I? My subject, and here we go. I'm a forensic analyst in a SOC team, digital forensic incidents response team in the functional industries. I'm also a teacher, cyber investigation since 6 years and cybersecurity since this year at the college level. My certification is C-Council, CHFI, and other training, OSN Combined, Intel Techniques, CSI Linux, yes, CSI Linux. My interest, Linux, forensic, OSN, dark web, everything about Intel, listen to music, and my cat also. I've done some conference at Hackfest and also Isaka chapter Quebec, so I'm from Quebec, Canada. So it will be my first English conference. Hope you will like it. Last January, I was a student at Unicre, Illicit Trades winter course, Groningen University, and that nation organization teams up for 1 week for very interesting course, virtual, about illicit trade. So I was very interested because I've already done some studies in the political science. Through the week we had some homeworks to do about illicit trade. So my topic was illicit goods in sale in the dark web. So I will present to you some good things about this report. So this presentation will have also a lot of OSN segment taste. I hope you will like it. Sorry. So I hope you will like it. It's a great report. So right now, the underground economy is a very big thing. A news article from 2021 said that more than 40 billions of records were exposed on the internet. So it was more than 2020. So very big numbers. What would be the numbers in 2022? So that's why I said that the underground economy is a very big thing. A lot of records exposed on dark web. So it's a very nightmare. So this year in 2022, Statista gave us some very bad estimation about the coming years. So 2020, we know that it was the beginning of the telewalk around the planet because of this damn virus. 2021 or so, 2022, so increase. So the numbers will be very bad for the next 5 years. So a lot of ransomware, a lot of data in sale in the dark web. So in the recent years we have seen a lot of evolution about forums and also whatever it's on the dark web or deep web. So right now it's exploiting, but also some evolution, as you see on the on this image. Some old Carter Planet forums, and now it's way beyond that that kind of forums that we had before. So a lot of XSS, red forums, dark code, a lot of bad things. Here it's a map of cybercrimes law. Criminals have a lot of easy life in many countries, a lot of countries where cyber laws are very poor. It's the blue one, it's the place where we have cyber law, but the gray, a lot of violet countries with no legislation, no data protection law. So it's the image of the map of cyber law. This image, I love it. Cybercriminal ecosystem. We see that today cybercrime as a service and whatever as a service exploit, malware, X as a service, fusion of malware and ransomware. So everybody have a role to play in this cyber criminal groups. So it's a big infrastructure, you know, with domain name registrar, privacy protect, hosting, bulletproof, Tor network. So they have everything to do their crimes, cyber crimes. So here it's you know what we found on the Darknet. So a lot of stolen data, file sharing, computer encryption, coding, doxing, whatever. So you find something, you will find it on the dark web, and even in a lot of deep web hacker forums. So a lot of bad things. Here is the cycle of cybercrimes money revenue. So they do cybercrimes, they have a lot of revenues, they do money laundering, they spend this money on other crime or cybercrimes, and it's the beginning of a new cycle. So this is the underground, of economy and cybercrimes. So this was a great PDF about cyber crimes. Here it's well, we saw that since a lot of years the sponsor cyber attacks, sponsor states cyber attacks, Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, they are very, very sophisticated attacks. It's a lot of months of preparation, very costly. So this is what we that's what we live right now on the cyber attacks and cyber crimes. They are from coming a lot from cyber sponsor state attacks. So it's not a good thing. So it's a lot of motivation, military power, economic power. So it's very different than what we saw last 15 years or 20 years. So a lot of from Russia, ransomware as a service groups, RAS group, and a lot from China, where it's APT for cyber espionage. So it's a little bit different between the two big empire, but it's a big cyber attacks. Here it's a wonderful map and picture photos from the hackers army in China. So of course they have a very big population, so very big population also for the hackers army from China government. So it's a big thing, like in Russia. You know, Russia, it's what we saw since last February in Ukraine. Here it's some cyber criminals from Russia, or at least Russian language. Babel continues. I can add a lot of other group like the Hive, Dark Side. They are very, very rich, sadly for us, but it's a good thing for them. but a lot of billions of dollars in this underground economy. So it's also I can have a screen capture of Reveal also, but Reveal it's sometimes off, sometimes online. You probably remember this picture taken from the FSB arrest some members of the Reveal group. Is it a political strategy? It was. Is it a real arrest? I don't know. So it was a big news. So Reveal had a lot of money. I think they were behind the pipelines attacks, cyber attacks in 2021. So it was one of the biggest ransom. So it was a good media thing. Here it's one of the first ransom notes from Reveal. It's bad news if you receive that on your network, on your computer. So it was I think Reveal was a very they comes with a brand new way of to do ransom and ransomware. At the time they were very big. Here it's a screen capture of one of Index onion site on Tor. The person behind this index keep it update. So you have a lot of RAS group in this index. I have also in a great article about the Russian groups. So I would give this presentation to CSI Linux team, so you can have this link. Here it's some very popular forums, website, Russian market, where you can buy credit card numbers, Genesis market that I will talk a little bit in some second, and also XSS.is forums in Russian, very popular. So I can put there a lot of other screen capture of forums and market, but I think these one are very popular. So credit card numbers on sold, on sale, very important market for Russian market. XSS, it's very big forums too. Here it's the old raid forums. The one is dead since maybe 6 or 7 months. Red forums number 2, it seems that it's a fake one. I heard that. So you can buy anything on those forums. And now they have a brand new one. I think it's Breach Forum that took the place of Red Forums. Yes, very popular. Skin bin and whatever. So it's the underground where you can put everything on sale. A lot also of exploit and malware, and it's the baddest thing in Darknet. So the Breach forums, the one would replace Red forums, it's very popular. So here we go, a taste of OSN SOCMIN for Genesis market. So here we go. Genesis Market is a very important marketplace. Genesis.market, so it's not an onion website. So it's you don't need Tor to go there. You just need an access. So Genesis Market have a lot of domain names. Here it was, I think it was last January. The website was in development or maintenance. So we can see a Russian Apache web server index page. You see also that they change IP through the year. Now they have new IP. Their domain name registrar is still in Russia, and they have DNS protected by Cloudflare. So they have changed IP. You probably heard that a lot of domain name from Russia change IPs since the Ukraine war. Here it's the another two others domain names they have. Genesis Market.store. It's a big market, stolen data from infected computer. So it's you need to have an access, so you can pay with Bitcoin an access to have access to anything anytime you want for the Genesis Market store. So you can see that Genesis Market it's also registered also to Russian domain name registrar. The other one it's American. So next page. Here is the geolocalization of their domain name registrar in Moscow, taken from Yandex search engine, the Russian search engine. It's a good one. Can find some things that you cannot find on Google. So this one, it's the RU Center, nic.ru domain name registrar. Genesis Market on their website have a terms and condition rule. So you have to respect this condition when you are a client of Genesis Market. So terms and condition, even in this underground economy, you have condition to respect. So the next one, at the time in January, on the website, when you wanted to create an account, you need to pay in Bitcoin to get access. The link it's not working anymore. So but at the time it was this Bitcoin address that you see. I've done for the illicit trade inquiry report. I've done in January a graph with Maltego for this Bitcoin address. You know, by Maltego, it's a very great recon software tool, OSN tool, that you can install it on CSI Linux or whatever. It's a very great tool, really great transforms. So here it's the dashboard, a screenshot from inside the Genesis Market store. So they are selling bots, and the bots are a fingerprint of a computer. So username, logins, whatever. So you can pick the one you want, and you will have a lot of information to a computer who is infected. So it's a very big market. Here it's another research that I have done for this report with Xmind. I have done visualization of the friends of Genesis Market on the Mastodon social network. Mastodon, not very popular at the time, but now it will be, I think, more popular than ever with the things that what's going on with Twitter. So we can think that a lot of cybersecurity experts, but also criminals, will go to Mastodon social network. So this one was made for Genesis Market with this great Python tool, Masto. You can do some OSINT about Mastodon social network account. So this one was for Genesis Market, not very popular. I don't think it's important for them for now. Maybe it will change with the next month. So if you want great tool, great OSN tool, SOCMEN tools, Darkweb tool, GitHub have a lot of them. Here it's another social media account. It's Twitter for Genesis Market. Not very popular, they don't use it. So they joined Twitter in 2011, but I don't think they use it. So the next one, you will see on the next page, Telegram. You know that Telegram, Twitter, very popular, and Telegram, I think it's more popular. It's very quiet. So Genesis have a lot of clients in Telegram. So here is the Telegram from Genesis Market. You can have also some invites to get access to their marketplace. It seems that you can have also support. So another OSN SOCMEN with XSS. So XSS, it's a Russian forums. There's no way to have it in English, I think. So it's only in Russian. So you have to have access. You have to ask to have access, and they will do some investigation about you. Here it's their IP address, a Cloudflare IP, and it's OVH. It's a big company, cloud company in France. Here you have the history of the IP. You see that France, Panama, a lot of IP from Cloudflare. So ASN, it's OVH, like I said, and the domain name registrar, it's redacted for privacy, of course. Hackers and cyber criminals always protect themselves with this service from domain name registrar, redacted for privacy. Here it's DNS Dumpster, great tool online to have all the name servers of a a domain name, an IP, so DNS, MX record, everything. You can save it, the result in CSV and graph, so it's wonderful. And also the first screen capture made, it was in July 2019 from the another great tool, Wayback Machine. So you can see what was the website some years ago. It's a great tool, Wayback Machine, and this one was for XSS. And here is the domain name registrar, again another one in Russia. Also their website is hosted somewhere in France. I've done some OSN to this hosting company, telecom company, NetIM. A lot of OSN about his capital, and it's a company corporate in France, and it's Île-de-France, Avenue Arthur Dodbar, L'Île-France. Yeah. So created in 2011, this hosting. Their IP address, you get it, and they have a subdomain db.xss.is, which is it's not updated anymore, but it was a list of their leaks, source from their hack. They have another domain name, xss.as, and the subdomain test555.xss.as have no IP address, so they don't use xss.as website. Here is the Twitter and Telegram media social network. I think also they are more on Telegram than Twitter, so it's more private in Telegram. And here it's before they got the name of xss.is, it was Damage Lab. So Damage Lab with the GitHub here, a picture, and they changed it for xss.is forum. So you can find some information if you do OSINT about Damage Lab. Here it was the 2018 message on their new forum. Let's see some many IP address at the same host. Very interesting. So it was a search made with Census. We have 5 IP. We look at them, each of them. So some Netherlands, Latvia, Île-de-France, Iceland, and Malaysia are the place where these IP addresses are exposed on the web. So we will see on the next page. Okay, so the first one in Netherlands hosts on Ubuntu Linux old version, and you see it's something that we have to have access to enter in this website, which I don't know what it is, but you see on the bottom of the page some links, and they are very interesting website. So you see that it's a network of deep web and dark web website. So the next, you see also protocol SSH, HTTP are open. So the next one you will see it's exploit.in, exploitin. You have the links to go to this deep web website and also the onion address. The other is from exploit the owner, it's from Moscow, Russia. The other one is CRD Club, registered also in Russia, and XSS. So this website got some very interesting links. I don't know CRD Club. Exploiting, I've heard a lot about this website, but I didn't have access. So the next pages you will see XSS IP. Hey, come on. Okay, so it's the onion site of XSS from Latvia. You see the email address, mail@xss.is. The certificate, TLS certificates are in Panama. Network Maconix, DSN, you got it. Web server Nginx, and some open ports. So Latvia, little picture of to geolocalize to the geolocalization of Latvia, and the front page of the onion website XSS. It's the same from the deep web website. Here it's all the message that I found from mail@xss.is. It's a website to it's like an archive of email, and this one was xss.is from mail@xss.is. The other one, I love it. This one from here de France, ccmaniac.com, hosts on Debian Linux, Nginx web server, a lot of open ports, especially XMPP for I think it's a Jabber communication. So it's a very dark website. This one is setting credit card numbers and this kind of stuff. And you see the face there. It's not the real the real cyber criminals beyond this website. So if you go to the source of the code source of the web page, you see a lot of links to other websites like Club2 CRD, Carding Team, XSS, blackhacker.ru, Checknet, whatever. So other wonderful website. And I've done a reverse image search. Of course, this photo, it's not the real one. Here it's other information in his website, the Jabber address, QTalks, Telegram, Jabber. You know that QTalks, it's the it's for message, a client for messaging using Tor. So it's encrypted, very popular for cyber criminals. Telegram, Jabber, and you see that he's selling, and not selling, it's buying CC. Yeah, okay. I'm not selling, so he's not a seller, but it's a buyer. Very interesting. The other IPs link was not link, but the website, another IP from the same host than XSS. It's Anxino from Iceland. SSH, HTTP open, Debian Linux, and very on the north. It must be a beautiful place, Iceland. So this one, it was the last one. This one, yes, this one is the last. It's from Singapore, hosting on CentOS Linux. I forget to put the protocol, but whatever. It's onion.army, all your links in one place. So another from the underground economy, but hosting in Singapore. Here it's the wonderful map that I've done on my illicit trade report. It was everything I've collected about XSS. I've done with Xmine, a lot of OSINT. It was very funny, and Telegram, Twitter, the other IP that I've just told you. So it was with Xmine a great tool to present everything. I love this Xmine mind mapping. I do a lot of them. And the other one on the next page, it's another visualization done with the OSN combined data visualization tool. It's a great one. You submit CSV with some columns, and the tool will do the data visualization. Very great tool. We need tools like this when you do OSINT. So, and this one, it's a free tool. So everything that I've talked about, cybercrimes, stolen data, comes with now a question that can we stop this? A very big question. And the picture of the world, it's because many years ago, a lot of countries, the red one, signed the Convention on Cybercrime. And this convention, well, I don't think it's very working. We forget this convention. So that's why we have underground economy so very popular, a lot of money there, and I don't think that we can stop that. You see the last CVA from this website, it's the CVAs, the vulnerabilities. You see that since for 5 years, it's a very big numbers of medium and high CV. So I think that it's a lot of CV because the software are done very, very fast because the competition between the software vendors. So if we still have CV, if we have still vulnerabilities on the software, we will have a lot of APT attack, like you see here, the cyber kill chain from Lockheed Martin. So if we don't come back to the basic, the base, it's to include the security on the life cycle of web development. So I think it will be a better well, a better world. So if we can have least vulnerabilities, so least attacks. So I don't see very in a good way the next years, but I can tell you that I can say big thanks to the different police authorities around the world. They done a lot of good jobs. Our CMP, Interpol, Europol, the French Gendarmerie, FBI, the Dutch Polizei, everybody have done a very good job to arrest cyber criminals, to arrest also different network, not just cyber criminals, but also I think about children and pedophilia network. So they do a very good job, but sadly it's a big thing. So thanks to CSI Linux, it was a very good idea from them to have a conference. So you have my LinkedIn, you do OSN, so you know my LinkedIn. I wish you a great 2023 year, hopefully with ending war in Ukraine. So you have my Proton mail also. So I've promised to Jeremy I will show you my face. Just hold on, it's a new software. Sadly I can find it. So I have a CSI Linux t-shirt and a CSI T and I have also great books. So I wish you a great 23 year, and thank you. Bye bye.